Good evening, and thank you for joining us on this Friday night. Tonight, the Big Apple is a big mess, and tens of millions of Americans are experiencing torrential rain and record flooding. Heavy downpours are expected to continue through the night and into Saturday in the Northeast, with remnants of Tropical Storm Ophelia lingering. Large parts of the nation's most populous city, New York, were paralyzed today. Subway lines turned into waterfalls, and buses looked more like boats. Residents are urged to stay indoors as dangerous flooding covers entire neighborhoods. Record rainfall is falling across the city, with Manhattan's Central Park getting more than 4 inches in just 3 hours. We've got team coverage tonight, starting with CBS's Errol Barnett from a waterlogged Brooklyn. Good evening, Errol.
Hey there, Nora. Good evening. Look, the issue in this part of the country is that the ground is just fully saturated, with rain falling 17 out of the last 18 weekends and much of this last week. In fact, the historic rainfall in this part of the country is on par right now with a once-in-100-year event.
Brooklyn was in the bullseye today, with a torrential storm overwhelming city streets. More than half a foot of rain fell, bringing with it life-threatening flooding.
If you are home, stay home. If you are at work or school, shelter in place.
Those floods made travel treacherous. Countless drivers were stuck when the water overtook busy highways. One driver seen with their legs out the window. CBS's Carolyn Gussoff is also in the flood zone.
Streets like this one flooded out, cars stranded. Officials are urging folks not to go out on foot or by car tonight. Many will be staying home out of necessity, drying out flooded basements and garages.
Commuters also navigated waterlogged trains and stations. Almost every New York City subway line suspended or delayed. Cancellations also on commuter lines and Amtrak. Floodwaters overtook buses and this terminal at LaGuardia Airport, where almost a quarter of flights were canceled. JFK Airport seeing its wettest day on record, at least 8 inches of rain. Back in Brooklyn, parents rushed through the danger to pick up their middle school children early.
There's a big flood downstairs in the basement. There's chaotic in auditorium.
In Flatbush, one of the hardest hit neighborhoods in Brooklyn, Michael Earls showed his flooded basement.
We had a similar one last year, and then this is by far the worst.
Where ankle-deep water swept in, leaving this brown sewage.
When you see the images of the flooding, I would imagine there's a certain sense of panic as well.
Yeah, for sure. When you see brown water coming into your basement and you don't know when it's going to stop, it really makes you panic.
Meanwhile, New Jersey also remains under a state of emergency tonight as streets sit underwater, while parts of Connecticut are approaching 5 inches of rainfall.
And the rain just picked up again. The Grand Army Plaza subway station behind me remains closed tonight after it was flooded. I'm seeing plenty of confused commuters all around me. The mayor, the governor, and the Mass Transit Authority advise everyone to just use extra caution getting anywhere. Nora?
A miserable Friday night for so many, Errol Barnett. Thank you.